Out here. About to get tuned. What happened? It's not called glue, it's called prep. Prep.
What happened to you?
Tell the fans what I need.
Get some glue, baby. We're about to spin this fucking Dyno right now. That's a fucking fact. Ooh, let me see. I think I might gotta update my phone now. What was that shit that was like that? Spanky, you the fucking MVP, baby. You the fucking MVP, Spanky.
What's going on, guys? So today is Friday. I'm about to head to my dad's job. I'm going to be putting on my manifold on today. It's about time. I've just been lazy and work has been really crazy. So I'm gonna go to my dad's job and start taking everything apart in front of his job until he gets out, and then maybe bring in the car, because I don't really need to put the car in the lift or anything. I just came over here because he has a manifold. But yeah, so basically today I'm just gonna be putting on the manifold, and later on today I'm gonna be finishing my sleeve on my arm, and yeah, that's about it. So let's go to my dad's job and get this manifold put on, guys. Let's go. Alright, so the only issue I'm having now is I'm gonna try to see if this will fit like right here and make sure I have enough space for the dump tube and everything. So I'm just already got the manifold bolts off. Just gotta take off the ones from the turbo, and yeah, see if this will work. Hopefully it does, because you see it's at an angle on the side and this one's in the front, and just my dump tube might hit something, but if anything I could just run it without the dump tube and just figure out the dump tube situation. So right now I'm just gonna take everything off and see what happens. Alright, so I took off the dump tube. Literally almost ripped my finger off. I hit my finger here because I put the gasket maker on it, and that thing sealed on there real good. So I'm gonna continue on. Alright, so got the manifold out last time. I was struggling with this bolt right here, but I was like, let me see if I could take it out with the whole thing. So I was able to take it out with the whole thing. So now we're gonna take this one out. I guess like measure it up there. Hopefully you know, mocks up perfect. If not, well, we'll figure something out. But yeah, it took us like probably like 5 minutes, probably less, to take this out. So I'm gonna move this wastegate onto that one. Issue number one, the wastegate is hitting on the radiator. So we're gonna move the radiator, try to fit the manifold on, and maybe the wastegate will sit right in here where the fan is at, and we'll be good. So I don't know. Let's see. All right. So change of plans. I'm not gonna be able to run the manifold because one, the wastegate right here, facing this way, is gonna hit this radiator support down here, unless I maybe turn it that way and then maybe it'll work. Two, if you guys can see, alright, this light just died. Pull out my phone light. You guys can see the manifold has a little like tilt to it. The turbo is straight. So in order for me to do that, I'll have to probably cut the exhaust and then clock the turbo. I was trying to clock the turbo right now, but everything is like all really tight. So I'm gonna try probably one more time, and if not, then I'm just gonna throw this one back on. We'll just call it a day. Sad, but can't really do much. Alright guys, this thing has been our acid. So let me go outside. Since that flange is like it's not straight, right? The flange is like that. So we have to literally like clock the turbo, which I had to like bang it for it to be able to break free. So I clocked it. So now I have to, basically what we're doing is putting the manifold on first, and then on the turbo, and then putting it onto the head because it's easier that way. So the gasket I have broke, so I have this one. I'm gonna use this and some gasket maker. I'm gonna go to the hardware store and get some bolts so we could just get this bolted down. Once we bolt it down and tighten it, everything else will just flow and we should be good. So fingers crossed. Alright, so I'm heading to the hardware store. Hopefully get these bolts and hopefully it'll be good. I've never had this much trouble with the manifold, and it's only because, I mean, you can say I'm being lazy because I don't want to take off my exhaust, take off my feed, my return, my piping, couplers. I don't want to take all that off to make it fit. But basically, I'm just making it fit right now as, oh snap. Basically, what I'm doing is, it's gonna be kind of hard to explain, so I'm gonna try to explain it as best as possible. Okay, all right, I'm at a red light. So this is the best as I can try to explain it. So a regular manifold, you know, sits straight, turbo sits straight. So it's not going like this. The manifold is like this and the turbo is like this. So I have to clock the turbo and put it like this. But when I put that manifold on and then I try to, you know, pick it up, it doesn't work like that. So I gotta try to, you know, since everything is connected, the exhaust, the piping, coupler, everything is connected, I have to like literally force it to try to be straight. I'm gonna try to bolt it down and then pick it up all together, like turn it and then put it on the head, if it makes sense. And usually it's super easy when the flanges both are straight, but since that's a custom fab manifold, the flange maybe for the person that wanted it before was maybe a little bit different on the turbo, and they probably did everything off of the car. But since my car was already set up for the flange to be straight, I couldn't do it. So I was also having an issue with the hot side of the turbo not being able to clock after I took all the bolts out. So I just took a rubber mallet, just started literally hitting it, and it went bloop, and it like snapped. I was able to turn it. So now I'm just gonna go get these bolts and hopefully everything works out. Cross fingers. Well, I got some bolts. This guy didn't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but I got these bolts and I just feel like they're gonna be too big. So I just want to be able to finish on time because I gotta get this sleeve done also later on tonight, and it's already 4 o'clock. So I mean, once I put the turbo on, everything is just literally just goes right on. So it's not that much of a big deal, but it's just putting everything on and then trying to make shit fit. And Honda life, bro. You gotta love it, and you gotta hate it. But yeah, so I'm heading back to the garage and hopefully we get this thing done, man. Progress so far. You guys can see, got the gasket maker. One bolt, this left one is good. The one on the right, I'll take it out and I'll put it the other way. But we're gonna actually shorten it out. But just I wanted to have one bolt on it, so you know, the manifold will be in place. But as you guys can see, I mean, we should be good. Got the big boys on. The only thing I see I'm gonna have an issue with is, like I told you guys here, the wastegate is like hitting. So once I move it forward, I might be good. and then when I put the dump tube, it's gonna hit somewhere down there. So I might just run it for now with no dump tube and see what I can do. But right now my dad's gonna cut the screw. My dad's gonna cut the screw right now, and hopefully this works. It's been a pain in my ass. Alright guys, so we're almost there. Still have to tighten up the bolts from the hot side of the turbo because the manifold is not on yet. So, I know you guys are gonna say that I'm leaking a little bit. It's a little wet, yeah. Alright, so as you guys can see, this is not letting me push the header, the manifold forward because the exhaust is hitting it right here. So what we're gonna do is perform surgery. We're gonna get Dremel, whatever the fuck we're gonna get, and we're gonna shave that completely off. Hopefully it gives us enough to be able to put the manifold on. If not, then I'm just gonna I don't know, I'm just gonna probably press a button and just let the car fall on me and just kill me, because this shit is giving me a fucking nightmare to put it on. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be worth it because I need it. I definitely needed this manifold, so we're gonna make it work. This is what this channel is about: making everything work, improvising. Yeah, look how light this is. This is paperwork. This is garbage. That I could barely do it over one hand. Still have to cut bolts, find bolts to bolt up to the manifold. I mean, that's about it. Once we put the manifold onto the headers, once we put the manifold onto the head, put the bolts from the turbo to the manifold on the bottom, tighten the thing, and we should be good. So the exhaust, we ended up cutting the chassis right there, still banging. We're heating it up. I'm trying to bend it a little bit, like dent it in. Now I'm gonna just end up cutting the exhaust off and just weld it another day. Currently underneath the car, and if this works, I'm gonna piss because it's been like 5 hours for a manifold. I feel like a noob. I'll explain everything when I finish, because this will happen to same thing will happen to anybody else. Shit is ridiculous. Alright, so it's been a couple hours. This should not have taken this long. So I'm gonna try to explain. My hair is a little dirty, I'm more dirty. Basically when I put the manifold on before, the turbo didn't attach to it because it wasn't clocked. I tried clocking it and picking everything up, it didn't work. So what we ended up doing was I took off my piping, freed it up a little bit. We was able to just put the manifold on by itself, and then surprisingly, since I clocked the turbo so perfect with the manifold, we was able to. I went underneath the car, put some bolts from underneath. My dad tightened it from the top. Now it's on. The car still hasn't turned on, but we're here. That bolt stripped. We lost a bolt for over there, but everything is good. Just gotta put this nut on, and then we should be good. But I haven't been vlogging because it's like 8 o'clock right now. And this should have not taken this long, but with this manifold being so different and like the flange being like at an angle and me having to, whatever. It took a long time, but let me finish and then I'll catch up with you guys here maybe when I get to the house. Alright guys, so I'm already heading home. I'll explain more or everything that happened when I get home, or probably tomorrow, because I am exhausted and this took way longer than it was supposed to. But yeah, this was a nightmare. Alright guys, what's going on? So it's the morning time right now, it's the next day. I'm just going to show you guys how we ended up putting the manifold and what was the issue. So, and also I just found out, well, I just literally just checked and saw right where like you open the hood latch, like in here to open up the hood, that panel that's like right there on the side. I just seen wires that were literally just like cut and just hanging. So that must have been there probably for years. But I think it's probably from my harness when I did the side harness that I tucked it in. So it might just be from that. All right. So issue number one doesn't seem like it's nothing but my exhaust. It's we need to push the exhaust down and like towards the we need to push the exhaust down and I think towards the back. If I'm mistaken, let me see. Yeah, no, I just need to push the exhaust down, because we heated it up yesterday to try to get it out the way. We heated it up and we actually bent it, I think down, or I don't know, we bent it, I think up it was. I don't know. So I need to heat it up and bend it down again because it's too tight right here on the bumper, and it's, as you guys can see, it's just there, like the bolt is there. I can't even tighten it. I mean, the bumper is not gonna come off. It's literally, it's like stuck there, secure because it's there. But I just need to, like, I don't know, like, you see what I'm saying? So when I step on it, it frees the bumper, and then I could just, you know, put the bumper on. So I just need to probably heat it up and, you know, push it down a little bit more. But I'll do that probably when I come back. But for now, I mean, I guess it'll do for now, you know. But the bumper is still kind of being weird. The reason why it took me so long to do this is, as you guys can see, the manifold doesn't sit straight. Yes, that's the gasket maker that I put on it. It has a gasket in it, but I just put some gasket maker on it just to seal it up a little bit better. But as you guys can see, the flange sits like upwards. So the turbo was basically sitting straight. So I had to loosen up the housing, the bell house. Well, I had to loosen up the hot side bolts, as you guys can see on this side, and then try to clock it. Wouldn't want to clock because I guess I never clocked the turbo, so for maybe sitting so long it didn't clock. I grabbed the mallet and I hit it a couple times real hard. I got it to budge. It broke loose. So yeah, with that, then I clocked it, right. Then I put everything. I was able to bolt it up, right. I didn't have no bolts, so I had to go get bolts. Then we had to go and cut the bolts. And then once everything was on, we was trying to put the you know, like lift it and put it on. Exhaust was hitting right here. Everything was just like real fucking hard to do. So we couldn't pick the exhaust over the studs and put them on. Like, it would not go on. And we tried for hours. Like, it was like 3 of us trying. We could not do it. I know you guys are probably gonna say, why didn't you just put the manifold first and then the turbo? Reason why I didn't do that was because I did that before, and the turbo wouldn't like line up. So the flange on the manifold was sitting like this. On the turbo was sitting straight. So when I would try to put them together, they were literally like that apart. So I could not get it before clocking it. So I guess when I took everything off and put the manifold on the turbo and clocked it, everything went like this. So when I ended up putting the manifold by itself, I was like, this is probably not even gonna work. Whatever. I was already over because it was already been like probably like 6 hours, dude. And I know that sounds like crazy, but you know, I know what I'm doing with these cars, and for it to take this long to do this shit, dude, like it was just a pain in the ass. So I just got underneath the car. I held up the turbo and everything. Oh, and by the way, I just ended up taking off the piping, the couplers and everything from underneath from the side of the intercooler. I took all of that off just to try to free up some space. I ended up holding up the turbo, holding the bolts from the bottom, while my dad tying the top and then tying the bottom, and it ended up working. Literally like 7 hours later, or I mean probably exaggerating, but it's probably like 5 hours. I don't know, but it was a long fucking time, dude. And yeah, so we ended up finally getting it. As you guys can see, this thing looks fucking beautiful. So another issue is the wastegate is here now, right? So as you guys can see, the wastegate is hitting on my fan. So, you know, radiator is mounted up to there. It's not mounted on there. It's literally just mounted like on the chassis. It's not gonna go nowhere. It's not gonna, you know, it moves here and stuff, but it's not gonna like fall down or anything. I have my dash 10 breather can holes right here. My line, so it's not gonna go nowhere. So, you know, it's like underneath securing it. Anyways, but it's still, you know, like down there holding on the chassis, so it's not gonna, like, it moves, but it's not gonna go nowhere. It's still getting held on, but it's a little bit, you know, I could just move it, but I'm gonna figure this out. Probably just ended up switching it around, but I can't do anything because you guys can see wastegate hits here. I know a lot of you gonna say switch to a small fan. I had a small fan and it didn't pull out a lot of air. I would have to get like another small fan with a shroud and probably cut it to make it work. I like the stock fans because they blow out a lot of air and they cool down the car good. So then another issue is, as you guys can see right now, I just basically bolted it up just like whatever right here, just so it doesn't shoot at the block. So this is a dump right now. It's literally like right on the side where the radiator is at. You guys can see. Let me see if you guys can see. It's like right, yeah, so it's like right there where the radiator is at. It's pointed at the corner, so it's not really gonna do anything, but I'd rather it there than shooting at the motor, and then, you know, that's gonna be hot anyway, so I don't want that to, like, God forbid, catch on fire. So what I'm gonna have to do is, most likely, I'm gonna have to probably take that pipe somewhere, or probably just take it to my dad's job, heat it up a lot, and probably gonna have to maybe like bend it up here or something, right? I might have to like bend it up here, that way, because I was only able to get the top bolt. I can't get the bottom bolt because it's hitting on the down tube right there, on the down pipe, as you guys can see. So I'm only holding on by one bolt right now, but that's good enough. I know it has like a little gap right there, but like I said, I'm not too worried about that. So I'd rather just have that little hole, and, you know, somewhere come down there, than have nothing and then just be shooting over there. So I'll get that situated probably when I come back from Mexico next week, which I'm going to for vacation. But yeah, guys, this thing was a freaking nightmare. I literally had to like do everything, and it was like the worst. So basically, I just gotta fix this bumper exit, the dump, and this radiator, and literally I'm good to go. Oh, and I just gotta get a stud right here because I don't know if the stud was like too short, but when I put the stud in, it got tight and it got loose, and when I took it out, I seen threads on it. So I might get another stud. For right now, I'm gonna just leave it like that because I don't even want to touch this thing. I'm just glad it's on. You know, everything is tight. After I drive it for a little bit, I'm gonna go over everything again, make sure it's tight. Right now, I'm gonna actually check over the exhaust bolts, make sure all of these are tight, because as you guys remember, I told you these things get loose. Yeah, so this thing was a total nightmare, and this shit was like, dude, you don't understand. This shit was like the worst thing ever, dude. So yeah, guys, she is, but she'll be a clean culture though. That manifold looks so good. I gotta do a couple little things here and there. Probably when I come back from Mexico, I'm probably gonna do the rear camera kits also, and yeah, I should be good. Well, guys, so just got back in and did a couple stuff. I'm gonna close this video. I know in the beginning of the video you guys seen my boy Adriel tuning his fully built B series. Just wanted to add that in also because I was supposed to be there, but I couldn't make it, so at work. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that and this video together. So thank you guys again for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Remember, guys, build to enjoy. Oh, please, guys, smash that like button. Like, every single one of you like to press the like button. It does a lot for the channel. It gives me a lot more exposure. It shows my channel to a lot of more people. I would really appreciate it if you guys share on Instagram also. Tag me in your stories. I'll repost it. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.
Yo, guys, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.